Hello everybody, so we got our inside jobs and I should have probably brought that with me. And I have it turned the video on and I instantly brain fart, like always. Me and Scarlett are the only ones that brain fart, and then Caroline is there just being Miss Perfect. We got our inside jobs and inside outside jobs. A lot of, actually I don't think anybody does that because our system is pretty damn different. Our system is pretty damn different about it. Also, everything will be cleaning off. I will be cleaning it off. Me and Caroline will be doing that. Scarlett is too lazy to that, and Wade just doesn't give a fuck of everything. So, yeah, that won't work. But inside outside jobs, well, you know how some, if you have the ID, you might have that. We personally have that very lot. It is heightened up with us. We have inside worlds, just like I'm from Wales and Wade is a veteran, or Caroline is from the Ukraine. Everybody has this little past world that we live in that is kind of comforting for us. So Jesus, fuck Bulgarians. We are very loud people, and we hate our neighbors. They're insane, said the person with the ID. But inside outside jobs are very weird. We have inside jobs, which basically mean that Caroline is the caregiver for Scarlett because Scarlett has a lot of issues. And then inside job, I have to take care of Annie if something bad happens. You know, if we go to the mental hospital, which is a very big thing that might happen sometime soon, I have to take care of Annie for her not to see anything past her own little inside world. So those are the inside jobs. The inside outside jobs are the ones that are keeping us alive, basically. Jesus Christ, is that our French paperwork? God damn. This is a pass. I'm getting out of. I'm not going to. We basically had an F on. Is that French? That's French. On the French test. Scarlett keeps it here. It has nothing written in it. The only thing that's written in here is literally a bunch of letters with a bunch of English gibberish that we have written. We have a plus, which is amazing. Actually, it's 2+ because Bulgarian systems. Out of track. Okay. Inside outside jobs are the ones that are keeping us a little bit organized. That is what is keeping us as a system different from any other systems. Not saying that we're perfect, because we're not. Why? Oh my god. Neighbors. We're not perfect because we're not perfect. We still are 6 authors, you know, here and there if we count Eve. But it keeps us decently organized, and I know a lot of systems cannot do that because it's chaos. It is chaos when you share a head and a body, you know. But we have basically everything written in here. We even have rules set up this year, because last year we didn't have, and everything was chaos by the end of things. This starts working with the beginning of the school year, which is 15th of September. I'm really distracted by the fucking somebody that's just throwing water out of the goddamn window. 15th of September because, well, it's easier to follow because we have a set routine already, because, you know, we have to wake up and go to school. Instead now we just kind of sit in and we sit. Now I have to clean the room, but that's a different story. You know, it's a routine somewhat. But with school we have already guidance of our routine. Even with choir it's a little bit easier, even though it's just 2 days in a week. We have a routine already set up that we have to follow. And this is just things that will help us follow it. We have 4 jobs, right? Yeah, we have a packing manager, a routine maker, a food organizer, and a workout creator. And we can have each 4 authors. It's just me, Scarlett, Caroline, and Wade. Can have up to 2 jobs. Well, Seriously. And it's right above my fucking window that's throwing the goddamn water. You probably cannot hear that. But I can. And it's distracting me. Because out of all the 4 bunch, I am the easier distracted one. I don't have ADHD. That's not that in for us. I don't have anything. I'm just easily distracted, and I cannot talk apparently. Each of us can have up to 2 jobs. You're either the leader and the second hand of a job. So we should go each other with the last bit. So there's a manager, a maker, organizer, and a creator. For the packing creators, for the packing managers, it's Scarlett and Caroline. I mean, Scarlett cannot really work with Wade because they will get nothing done. Wade has to be either with me or Caroline, and same with Scarlett, because they will get nothing done. If they're not with anybody, they will get nothing done. If you can guess, it's very hard. I mean, Scarlett has her mental illnesses and Wade is just lazy. So packing manager, that's okay. Scarlett can pack. Not really, but that's why Caroline is there to teach her, I guess. Because Caroline was last year's packing manager, and she's pretty good at it. To be honest, she's pretty well done and good at it. A routine maker is Caroline and Wade. Oh God. I mean, everybody that has to work with Wade is probably cursed to them, because Wade is the worst person to work with. I'm sorry. No, you actually are. Oh, fuck off. At least he's not the leader in that group. At least, I mean, routine and food is kind of essentials. So we need essential authors, serious ones, to kind of work with it. So, I mean, at least Caroline is the leader of that. And food organizers is the worst group possible, because it's Wade and me. I do not work great with Wade. We kind of hate each other, and now we have to take care of like the most essential thing, which is food. Our author is fucking weird, because I am very high maintenance. I am a vegan. And I hate anything to do with that. Actually, in fact, I get sick to the core. If I actually get sick, I get nauseous and I throw up. I have diarrhea, and it's not a pleasant thing, but it happens because I'm so used to having a vegan diet that I'm pretty sure I'm going to stay hungry for fucking days, because Wade is the exact opposite, because he needs hell ton of protein, because he's always working out and shit. And I'm here like, you can get protein from vegetables as well, just don't. Poor animals. So I don't know how this is going to work. We test try it like the last 3 days, and kind of worked out. You know, I got mostly the breakfast and some salads, but we were in a restaurant and everything was cooked. Here we have to cook for ourselves, or fend for ourselves, really. So yeah. No, so Caroline is vegan. No, I'm vegan. She's a vegetarian, thank you. She's vegetarian, and Scarlett cannot eat sugars and wheat. And Annie can only eat sugars because she loves sugars, and she's not okay with not eating sugars. So I'm not happy about that. Actually, I was food organizer last year, and I got pretty used to it. So I'll see what it's like to be in the second hand. Routine manager last year, routine maker was Scarlett. Yeah, routine maker was Scarlett, which nothing happened really because she's not good in routines. Actually, to be honest, I think I will be the best in routines, me or Caroline, because we love lists. While everybody else just like don't follow lists. So we will see how this will go. And workout creator is me and Scarlett. I'm the worst person to do workouts because I do not work out. I do yoga, and that's the best thing that you make me to do physical. I do not work out, and me and Scarlett is the second best person to get for workout buddy. but other than that, no, not happy about it. the rules we have are just 4 simple rules that are pretty straightforward. I mean, we have to make our team rules. We won't make them properly. At least me and Scarlett won't, because we don't follow rules. We are the teens in the system, so we probably won't make rules. Me and Caroline is already 18, and me and Scarlett is 17, which is the worst years to have rules, because we do not follow rules. Leaders must consult their second hands, which pretty straightforward. I mean, that's how leaders and second hand goes. If you have a question, you go to the leader, and if you have a question, you go to the leader, and if you have a rule, you go to the second hands. That's it. Third is no decisions are made alone, so you cannot just decide, whoop, Vladimir will be not beating, which will probably happen. And fourth is second hands can only approve or decline of the thing is made by the leader, which is kind of a big rule because second hands are leader of something. So that something has to be on top of the things, and if you're thinking about your second hand, it's really not going to get work done. You're doing nothing, absolutely freaking jack shit nothing, because you're thinking of the other group and not of yourself. So second hands have this rule of only approving shit or declining, you know. So if somebody's hammering themselves. So if, for instance, I don't know, Wade decides, I'm only giving shit with Wade because I hate him so much. If Wade decides, by some sort, to have a sugary dessert every single time that we eat lunch, for instance, I can say no, we won't, and that's it. No questions about that. So it's, I mean, I guess second hands are pretty important because without us, everything will be around us. But yeah, I think me and Scarlett are the best people to work with because we were not going to get anything done. And I'm pretty sure about that. Wade will be fucking mad, and I know Wade will be fucking mad because he will be mad. He will be mad. We're not trying to make him mad. It's just going to happen because we're the worst team to work with. So, whoa, wait to get nothing done for workout. Sorry. So, I mean, I guess I kind of said what I want to say. Me and Scarlett will not get anything done, and me and Wade will be constantly fighting, so good luck to Eve. Also, we're kind of getting Eve to work out of her shell because you don't know, but she is autistic. She and Scarlett are autistic, and Eve kind of locked herself up, and because she's like this big person that's controlling all of us and that's managing all of us, and it kind of gets hectic over inside. So Eve became selective mute, and she actually did not speak to anybody for anything. She kind of spoke to Annie once, but it was just so that she can make her stop. And if she was going to talk, she now talks only to Annie, and in a very little substance. And that's why when we're homeschooling Annie, which will be a whole other video, let me start on that, kind of be like that, because I'm all over the place. When we're homeschooling Annie will actually be learning ASL as her language, because of us, she kind of knows Bulgarian and English, and because of Scarlett, she'll be learning Irish, and because of Caroline, she'll be learning Ukrainian as well, or Russian. I don't know what she'll be choosing, but Ukrainian or Russian. And then because of me, later on in the years, she'll be learning Welsh. So, you know, eventually we all want to have our own languages, because Annie doesn't have an inside world, it's kind of hard to tell her you're going to be learning this language. Same with Wade. So they will be knowing all the languages, I guess. So even though language doesn't work that well because she is an 8-year-old, she kind of is pretty far off than any other 8-year-olds. Means she can read pretty freaking fine, and she knows almost every single part of English. I mean, at least what we know, she knows as well, which is pretty easy because we don't have to get all the resources in English or Bulgarian, because we're in American homeschool system. That's another video. So yeah, we'll see what will happen with Eve on that. So that's why Eve doesn't have a job. I think Eve was a second hand for every one of us, because basically she approved or declined everything. But now we have to do it ourselves, and I'm kind of okay with it, because she needs that rest. So that's for me, before I go off track. Have fun laughing at our French shit. Actually, here it's over. We have no more French. Actually, because I had to learn it. I was on language reading along with Scarlett. We're worst team, as you can see. French. Also, our teacher was psychotic, so not psychotic. Scarlett is yelling at me. He wasn't psychotic. He was just insane. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Now, does anybody have anything to say? No, don't. Okay, no. May I say that me working with weight is the worst thing possible? Caroline here. Actually, routine making with anybody else is going to be horrible, because you have so much ideas, and not being able to accept or decline them is the worst thing possible, because then you're just stuck with having those ideas and them going to the waste. That's all I wanted to say. Nothing else. That's it. Do you want to end it? So with that being said, goodbye from me and Caroline, I guess, because she took part of that. Goodbye.